Do we breathe polluted air? Most of you heard about the term chemtrails, but what does it actually mean? When the plane passes above us and when we look up, a day can be seen in the clear sky as a tailplane, and while one says it's a common trail that the planes leave for themselves due to certain atmospheric conditions, others, they are more suspicious, wondering if it's more dangerous and does someone run through it? But who? And why? Let's find. First, let's see how you came up with the term chemtrails. The usual traces remaining from the aircraft are called chemtrails. This name was obtained by combining the word condensation and trails, which means condensation traces. The explanation of the scientists for their existence is the following. The airplane jet blows very hot air because the water vapor is one of the products of exhaust gases. The air is also very humid. However, at high altitudes, the air temperature is very low, which means that when the air blows very hot air in a medium that is very hungry and has low air pressure, the results are condensation. Water steam coming out of the nozzle condenses into water droplets, which is then crystallized into ice due to low temperatures. That ice creates a cloud that we see as a trail of an airplane. However, in the 1990s in the United States, those who began using the second term for these traces appeared. Chemtrails. The term comes from combining the words chemicals and trails, which means chemical traces. They then claimed that they had begun to notice that traces of airplanes stayed longer in the sky and were much wider and larger than before. They believe that airplanes do not only throw out exhaust gases from themselves, but much more dangerous matter through these traces. This theory has been held to date and is more present than ever. Not only in America but also in the whole world. It is believed that chemtrails contains nerve poisons and heavy metals such as aluminum, barium, strontium and manganese. According to some theories, with the help of chemtrails, the so-called neutral cavity between the Earth and the stratosphere is moving, through which it is much easier to broadcast the so-called ELF waves, which interaliasing affects the work of the brain and has the potential to change the state of human consciousness. Many argue that we cannot even be metallic programmed more than we are at this moment, and they reject this part of the theory about metal programming. While deliberately cause certain diseases, it is considered as one of the possible methods by which the supposedly secret government, the mountain to settle the excess populations, or control the population of our planet, as it is allegedly one of the main elements of the New World Order. Harmful substances can be found here, like various microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi, like pesticides and radioactive substances. But what are the reasons for this? There are a number of theories. Some claim that states using chemtrails want to sterilize the Earth, because of the over number of people on it. Or that the reason is even control of the mind. Others think that time is being manipulated through them. This is not at all unrealistic, since the British in the 1950s succeeded in doing so. They sowed a cloud of salt, dry ice and iodine, and thus made artificial rain. Another popular theory is that governments are fighting against global warming, and the wearing of the ozone layer, by throwing particles that throw it away from the sun's radiation. The conspiracy theorists claim that chemtrails and humans causes chronic fatigue, short-term loss of memory and concentration, depression, impaired immunity, cough, chest pain, irregular heartbeat, allergy, asthma and a lot of other diseases. However, although all this is not true, chemtrails are not completely harmless. They consist not only of water vapor and ice particles, but also of carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur particles and soot. All of them can have negative ecological consequences. NASA found that from 1974 to 1996, there was an increase in temperature in America, which is directly related to an increase in the number of chemtrails. Like any conspiracy theory, this is difficult to confirm or reject. There will always be those who will believe in both answers. We just hope it will not be too late if we find out the correct answer is the one we were afraid of. Don't forget, leave like and subscribe.